welcome back to Sensibly Frugal Living. Today I am going to be doing some summer holidays prep, and that means sorting out all this, what is it? Craft stuff. Is it a jumbled mess? Indeed it is. And this isn't even all of it. This stuff I'm not touching today. This is my son's beads and things, and he has a drawer in his bedroom, which we will sort. It will be in this video, but I'm not doing it today. It's sports day today. I'm going to sort this out. I'm on a time limit, and then I'll do the rest tomorrow, but you will see it all in this video. So why am I doing this? And the reason is for a stress-free life. In the summer holidays in Cornwall, we don't always have glorious sunshine, and some days you just have to have at-home days. You can't be out every day. Well, we can't personally. And my youngest will do the I'm bored, what can I do? And sometimes I just need a little bit of inspiration. So I'm going to sort through everything, make sure I know what we've got, and I actually have an idea which I will share with you when I get to it. This has just come out of my daughter's room. She said to add it to the craft stuff. She started doing crochet, turns out it wasn't really her thing. This is what's left, so I think we might be making a lot of pom-poms. So at least I know we've got stuff we can make pom-poms. I might take this out. So I'm just going to tell you some ideas for how we plan for summer and how you can too, to keep it affordable. So first off, I go on to the local Facebook sites. I check to see if my library has anything on, because they post it there. We have a local free museum who does craft sessions. They have a link for bookings that I always check. And there is an art studio called Cast. They do free events in the local national estate on Saturdays, so I've been checking them out. And I just go onto the, Facebook and check the events section local to you. You can put in certain dates, or like in the next month, or in the next 2 months, and next week, and it will bring up anything that might be relevant to you. And even some things, £2 donation, you know, it's worth doing it as it's so cheap and a good bit of entertainment for the kids. Like sometimes the cast sessions, they're free to everybody, but they do like donations, so I put a couple of quid in, and they make lovely crafts because it's run by artists from the studio, things I'd never have thought of doing. So we're gonna put that aside for pom-pom making. I wanted to show you these. We have glitter tattoos from my son's birthday. He had a big party last year, the only one we're doing. Next it's going to be tea parties. And rather than hire a face paint or anything, we paid £10 for this kit. It comes with all like the stencils and things. And my daughter, who's a teenager, she did glitter tattoos on anyone who wanted them, and she didn't stop for the whole party, bless her. So yeah, that's a great idea for a party, but we're also going to have fun doing these in the summer holidays. And we also have temporary tattoos. I think my son got given most of these. I don't buy these sort of things. So yeah, that's an activity in itself. So another thing we like to have is paints. These were given to my son for Christmas. We have family members who ask, who buy my children things for Christmas and their birthdays, who always ask like things we need. And so I said we could do with some more paint, so she got my son that. And it's in like, it comes in a little paint pot. We use the middle bit for glue. But yeah, this is, you can pour the paints out in here. It was really handy present idea, that. And we also have this, don't know why that's there. Let's see, don't know why there's a mouse in there either. Not a live mouse, if you didn't see that then, if I was too quick. We keep all the paintbrushes. We keep paintbrushes from every craft set we get, because paintbrushes, if they get glue on them sometimes, they get sticky, and it's just good to keep them. My mum bought my son these paint sticks, which are really handy if you don't like too much clear up. And my son also got these for his birthday, so we are sorted for paint. Painting is a big one. I've just found more tattoos, and yes, we have even more paint sticks. So I think what we might do soon is go through and donate some, because we don't need that many. That's paint stuff sorted. We know we've got what we need for that. And to go with the paint, massive roll of paper. These are handy, and if you have old wallpaper that you haven't used, the back of that can be really handy too. Now, something we have a lot of, and we are very grateful for it, is my mum used to do polymer clay, a lot of it, just like I used to do resin. Got to wait for my mum to get bored of her hobbies, and then she gives me all her free stuff. She gave my daughter all of her resin stuff, which is in the garage. That stays out in the garage because obviously my younger son, my 7-year-old, can't use that. It's just too dangerous and too sticky. She'll bring it in and then we put it away again. Look at all this. And that's not all of it, guys. This is all polymer clay. I love using polymer clay to make jewellery too. So we always do polymer clay in the summer. We have this box. It's just random. We have all my mum's old cutters, her books, her tools, which is, my son's not allowed to use these ones. He has to use the plastic ones, not the sharp ones. All of these colours. We are more clay. Like, we have so much. I'll just show you in the box because I'm not going to dig it out. Apart from that, this is all lettering. Oh, that's air dry clay. That's gone very hard. A varnish for the clay, another book, these sort of tools that my son uses. We have lots. Right. These bags, now this is the idea. This has given me the idea. My son's used some of these. The charity shop puts together little craft bags, or like inspiration bags, and they put things they can't sell in, or if they have bits of fabric, old bits of tinsel, pipe cleaners, paper, and they're 50p each, and the kids can use their imagination and make something from what's in the bag. And I'm going to make my own ones of these. I got these in the charity shop. These were 50p for this felt. I think I paid 50p for all these Christmas trees. Stuffing I get in this charity shop because they do lots of stuffing. Ribbon jars, they come in these jars, charity shops. This button jar cost me £2, it was full, the children have been using it, charity shop. Sequins in the charity shop. Now, things like this I get in Tesco's, they're like £1, but when they're on offer they go down to like 60p, like the buttons. More stuffing, but this has come out of craft packs, you know, if you don't use everything in a craft pack. That's for the clay. Glue, I always make sure I've got PVA glue. This is from a craft pack that my daughter didn't use. Put that in there. More paint, this came in a little gift bundle that my son had, so I'm going to put that in there. We have all these Pritt sticks because, like I said, when my son had his party last year, we did a arty party, and I just bought cheapy little things, but we're still using them. My son was given this for Christmas, so I'm going to put that with the paints. Now these were all given to me. I will show you them. The lady across the road is a crafter. She makes cards, and she gives my children any odds and ends that she's not using anymore. So we're grateful for that. And I got this lot in the charity shop. There was lots more. We used this at the birthday party. We just kept it all because we made bookmarks. So lots of brightly coloured card. And I think I paid £1 for a bundle of it. So having a look around. Oh, I was going to show you that as well. I also bought a little tiny jar. I don't know where the jar is now. Oh, I've lost everything. A little tiny jar of these craft stamps. I think they're real stamps because some of them have been, but my daughter uses them for decoupage. So I'm going to keep these separate because I know she's been using these. Oh, and I got these in the charity shop, if you remember from a recent video. If we don't use them in the summer, we will use them at Christmas to make baubles. I don't know what we might use them for, but I've just got them in case. I don't want to put anything away right now because I want to make the little bags. I'm going to call them boredom buster bags. And if I make lots, I could probably donate some. I wonder if the food bank would take them and give them out to families with children. We'll see how many I can make. Now this says pom-poms, lolly sticks and pipe cleaners. So, let's have a look here. There we go. Pretty much pom-poms, lolly sticks and pipe cleaners. We threw a lot of the, I don't know why my son's little purse is in there. We've gone through a lot of the wooden sticks. And I think they're quite good because my son likes making little people. I might take a few of them out and put them in a craft kit. So, that is pretty much what it says on the tin. Another paintbrush. Random pencils in there. I'll put them with his pencils. Ooh, flipping it. That hurt. Oh. Right. And a rubber. I was looking for a rubber. Beads. Can do in his beads. I don't know why his beads are in here. Right. So let's see. What have we got here? Feathers. We can put some of them in, can't we, in the bags. Some pom-poms. I'll just pull them out there. Is that going to go everywhere? There we go. Right. See, that's quite a fun little box, isn't it? Well, I would have liked that as a child. Now, let's see if I can get this one out. This one's supposed to be paper and fabric. I don't know what's happened there. Let's have a look. We've got stickers. We have sequins. We have beads. I don't know why the glitter glues are in there. It's just because this gets used the most. Everything gets dumped in there. They are dried out. Get them out. Another pen. So that can go in the paper and card, fabric, because it's a big one. But these, more glitters. I don't know why there's glitters in here. Get them into the paints. So these are all bits that my kids can use to make things, and I might put some in the little bags. I think I will put quite a bit in the little bags. Right, lolly sticks. So I need to get all this ribbon put away. You don't realise how much of everything you've got, like bits and pieces. So the ribbon goes in this. Also, it's the Harvest Fair. You know that we do the Harvest Fair. If you're new here, we do the Harvest Fair. And we do the crafts. Last year my children cleaned up. My son won the most points in the under 7s category. My daughter won most points in her category, most points in the children's category, and most points in the whole show. So I will show you their trophies in a moment, but they've got to go back at the end of July, and we're going to enter again this year. I even entered things, my cross stitch and all. So I have a video on that, and I'll link that in the description box below. So we've got lots of crafts to be making for that as well. Keep that in there. I've just pulled the final drawer out, and there was like so much stuff behind it. Right, I don't know what that is. Nobody can be missing it because it's not been in there. Now this, sequin stars, these are in a little pot from the charity shop. Pipe cleaners, fabric, and more paints. I think we're going to keep this one and get rid of this one. That's been well used. So we can get rid of that. These two I think have come with little craft sets, or my son got given that on his birthday. So we'll keep them in there. I'm taking inspiration from the charity shop bags. And I'm going to make some of my own little creative bags, boredom buster bags that you can just hand your child with some glue and let them get creative. Child can go, right, this bag is to make a card. What could we put in it? Butterflies. I'm going to put some of this stuff in it because I don't like this stuff. but it will get it used. Pipe cleaners, some of these little wooden buttons, a leaf just lying about, and that's a ruler, stick that out, little bag, don't know why that's in there, shove that in there anyway, some more butterflies, oh look, different colour ones, and hearts. And what else would be interesting? Some of, I'll pop some of these in there, these little push out things, and some of the sequins that's just on the bottom here. And there's one little boredom buster bag. Let's get that in. I think that's quite nifty. Now I can get that and give that to my son and say, here you go, I think there's stuff to make a card in that. And he can sit there and make a card. Okay, I may have got a little bit carried away making up the little bags, but look how many pipe cleaners and feathers I've used. But I've made these for my son. He's got this, which is to make a big card. This is to make a card, or like just make a picture. This is a card. This is to make whatever he likes, and this is to make whatever he likes. Oh, look at the top of that. You can tell it's been kept on top of a cupboard. So I'm just going to put these... Oh, I'm putting them the wrong way round. Put these away. If I can get them in. Which has, like, you know, freed up some space for us. I didn't mind using up all of these. And now I'm going to show you what I made for other people. Oh my goodness. Why is that not... Right, hang on. And these are the ones I've made to donate. I want them to go for free, so I don't want to donate them to a charity shop, as the charity shop do these kind of things anyway. I'm going to find out if the food bank or a similar organisation will take these for like little summer holiday craft kits, because you know, that's quite handy. Well, I think it is, and I will see if there is an organisation that will take them, that will give them out for free to families over the summer holidays. So that's got some of our craft stuff dwindled down, so we've got a bit more space, and I hope these can actually be used by somebody. We'll see. I will let you know. That's all I've got time to film for today. So we know we've got stuff for pom-poms, painting, clay, and sticking crafts. I call it sticking crafts, you know, bits and pieces. So we've got those little bags put together, and I've got bags put together to donate. So I'll see you tomorrow when we tackle the drawer in my son's bedroom. And one final thing, we're going to keep it in this bag here, and then he can sort of do a lucky dip and pull out whatever one he lands on. I think that's quite cool for those at-home days or the rainy days. Just something to keep them entertained. And yeah, used up some of our craft bits and bobs. Hello guys, back for day 2 of prepping for summer. So I said we were going to have a little look in my son's drawer, as he's got bits and bobs in here. He has all his stickers and things here. This is foil art, he can do that by himself. More colour-ins, a big thing of paper, colouring books, printouts, anything that he wants to colour in is there, a big marble colouring sheet, and that, I don't know what it's called, bead art, I'm not sure. So everything in here is stuff he's allowed to just access and do himself without asking, whereas everything else is like messy crafts needing glue and paint or clay. So that is what he has to ask for. But this drawer is his all access drawer, and there's some bits around the house that I'm going to gather up and put in here so that he knows where everything is. I've been around and gathered up everything that should be in this drawer, like his beads. He has access to them, he can do them whenever he likes. Hammer beads, perler beads, whatever you call them, he can do these. He just leaves them on the side for me to iron. They normally stay there for a few weeks before I get around to it, but he knows what to do. More pens and pencils. So that's his drawer ready to go with everything in it that he's allowed to use by himself. He also has access to his little Lego table. If you watched me for a little while, you know that this was his idea. We had these drawers and he said, why don't you turn it into a Lego table and put the base plate on the top? So sometimes he will pull up the chair from the dining table, sit, play his Lego and look out the window and watch the world go by. And we have plenty of toys both in here and in his bedroom. Playmobil, action figures, Lego like I showed you. But sometimes they just get bored of their toys, don't they? It's almost like they're overwhelmed by them. So I have to suggest, like, why don't we build a Playmobil city? Or why don't you play with your little army figures and get your cars out and use your army trucks and things? It just needs a bit of motivation to get playing. I have also started collecting junk, cardboard boxes, plastic, toilet rolls, anything that we can put together for a junk box. I need to get a junk modelling box, like an actual big box to keep it all in, because this is sat in my kitchen looking like an eyesore. Yeah, so I need to work on that quickly, and we're just going to fill it with bits and bobs, yoghurt pots, foil trays, things like that that he can craft with. And finally, the last thing is the outside toys. I am not dealing with that shed today. It is a pigsty in there. I might do a video on that. It might be that my husband tidies that up, but that's where we keep the outside toys. So if I do a video on that, it will be pretty soon, I reckon. I also suggest doing a summer bucket list. I found this in the craft stuff, so I'm using this piece of paper, but I do have printables on my blog. They're free, and I will link them below along with the video I did last year of our summer bucket list, in case that offers you any inspo. These are all the free things that we have planned: rock pooling, beach days, park, scooter in the woods, picnic in the woods, things like that we do every year. The cast events, they're on Saturdays. It depends if I'm working. Harvest Fair crafts will be, and the Harvest Carnival preps are something we do every year. The Water Carnival is a new event that's been going on. I think it started last year. This year it should be bigger and better. It's free. We can go and watch all the floats. My son's school's taking part this year. The Games Expo is free. It's run by like an ex-teacher of my daughter's who now does these gaming. He's got a gaming group, but it's taken off, if you know what I mean. So we're might go to the Games Expo again. It depends on work, but one of us can take my son to that, and we'll just add to it if there's anything that my kids want to do, or if things pop up. There's open air cinemas in the park by us. It's dependent on work again. A lot of them are in the evening, which is when my husband works, and if the films my daughter wants to see, I can't take my son to, so I'll have nobody to watch him. Things like that, we need to arrange like childcare if that was the case. But for now, this is what we're going with. Like I said, you can find my link for the actual bucket lists I've got, the printables, in the description box, and last year's video. And like I said, it doesn't have to be an expensive summer holiday. We will do a couple of things. We'll go to the arcade and things like that, but we don't have the money just to spend on days out every single day. And both me and my husband work. So, you know, our days off together are few, limited. So getting things like this started now, started early, you know, for those rainy days, for the days where you're stuck inside because you've got work to do or whatever the reason. Having things that you can just say, go in the craft bag, go in the clay pot, get your junk modelling out, things like that is really, really helpful. I hope this video has been helpful to you, giving you some ideas, getting you planning a stress-free summer holidays. And like I said, check on Facebook events, guys, for free or cheap events near you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and always drop me a comment. Happy to hear from you. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next video.